What's going on, guys? We are back at it with the back at it here today. We are here busy on a Monday, recapping everything that happened over the weekend with our Philly sports. We got to move on to the Philadelphia Phillies. However, as they finished the third of the three-game series against the Atlanta Braves, getting at least one win in that series. That was a rough series to begin with, but the Phillies steal the last game, winning the final 5-4 in Game 3. It was a much needed win. Like, to be honest, guys, like, this was a rough ass week for the Phillies. We start with Tuesday. Last Tuesday up in Boston, the Phillies put up 13 runs up against the Red Sox. Everything looked hunky-dory. Everyone was talking about the Phillies on that day. How this lineup for the Phillies was on historical pace. This lineup for the Phillies was great, and yada, yada, yada. The bullpen looked good, and then we go on a 5-game losing streak, guys, and it was a rough week. And of course, as we all know, the Phillies made some moves on Friday throughout the day with the Yankees and the Red Sox. Three relief pitchers, three bullpen arms to try to help this bullpen that has really been the story and really been the kryptonite for the Philadelphia Phillies in this season in 2020. And of course, on Friday night, Brandon Workman got worked on, and that was really the story of. I'm sorry, that was Saturday night. Brandon Workman got worked on, and that was the story of the series. How Workman got worked, and it was a rough on Saturday night. The way we lost, I was extremely frustrated. I thought that there was interference on JT Realmuto on that final out, but regardless, it was a 6-5 loss. And then we move on to Sunday. Look, there was some stuff that I really did like to see, but I still think that this team still has a lot of work, and I do like what Andrew Knapp said at the end of the game, that this could be the possible win that could jumpstart a run here for the Phillies going forward here now. And that the Phillies at this current moment are 10-14 after this win. And I mean, I've said it, and I generally think that the Phillies are literally just a good week, a good solid week away from making a run and making their claim for why they should be in the playoffs going forward. The Phillies on Sunday afternoon got a little bit of a surge of offense. We had 3 different players hit homers. Rhys Hoskins got his second home run of the year, which was huge. We got Didi Gregorius getting a home run as well, and Alec Bohm got his first career home run with the Philadelphia Phillies. Man, hopefully he's been hitting really well, and I'm liking what I'm seeing from Alec Bohm as the third baseman here. And he's a legit hitter. He's a legit Major League Baseball player. And if he can continue this form here, I really am going to be excited to see what he can bring to the table as far as the future for the Phillies go. The game would come down to the wire again, just like on Saturday night. The same thing would happen on Sunday for the Phillies. Game would come all the way down to the wire. Workman was closing again in the 9th inning. Things got a little shaky to say the least, with man on first and second. Freddie Freeman would come on to bat and would hit a ball to left field. Then with our left fielder Roman Quinn would throw it to Didi Gregorius for the relay, and Didi Gregorius would throw it to home on one skip, and would get Dansby Swanson out at home plate. Denny Echeverria would score. But that was at first they were going to call it as he was safe, but with a little further review, they reviewed it, and it was deemed that Andrew Knapp did get him out at home plate. And the question was, would Andrew Knapp interfere Swanson getting the home plate? But it was confirmed. Andrew Knapp got him out. No argument there, and the Phillies would go on to win. A solid play by Andrew Knapp. Andrew Knapp has really been such a breath of fresh air. Whether it's JT or Andrew Knapp playing a catcher, what you're going to get from both those guys, and we are set at the catcher position. JT would play in this game, but as a DH, because Andrew Knapp can definitely hold his own as far as hitting goes, as in this Phillies lineup here. Zach Eflin went 5 1/3 innings pitched. He had allowed 3 earned runs, 6 strikeouts, and 3 walks on this day. A solid outing for Zach Eflin. He, to me, is solidifying his role in the starting rotation. If he can continue, pitching like this, he's definitely going to have a role going forward. To me right now, I think outside of Zach Wheeler and Aaron Nola. Obviously, those two are, Nola is your ace, Wheeler is your second guy. I think that Eflin has, proven to you that he could be the third guy in this rotation. Arrieta, he's still up and down, and he hasn't given me an outing to think that, you know what, he is the third guy. I haven't felt that with Arrieta. But what I get with Zach Eflin, Eflin can get strikeouts. Like, he had 6 strikeouts here in this day, and he's been averaging like at least 6 strikeouts every start. So if he does doing this, then I'm going to feel comfortable with him being our third in our rotation. Alec Bohm had the best game in a Phillies uniform. He went perfect, 3 for 3 on the day, his first home run here. And when I see him up to bat, I see a guy who's confident and who knows exactly what to do when he's at bat. He, to me, is far ahead of his development, and I'm going to be really interested to see. I'm going to be keeping an eye out what he looks like by the end of the year, because if he looks like this now, and it hasn't even been a full month that he's been up with the Phillies, the future is bright with him. Bryce and JT did not have a good game here, and it's crazy to think, because how many games we have seen JT and Bryce carry this hitting for the Phillies. Together, they went 1 for 10 on the day. But, and on the day where, we got to give shouts to Bryce. On the day where Bryce Harper honors the late Kobe Bryant on 8/24. That was really dope to see. To me, Bryce Harper gets Philadelphia to the T. And this is a guy who didn't even start his career with Philly, and he's only been here for a year and a half, and he absolutely gets it. He's wearing the Kobe jersey under his jersey. He's wearing the Kobe Christmases. The Kobe 6s. He's wearing that. He's wearing the Kobe wristband. Like, he absolutely gets it, and I love the fact that he honored Kobe Bryant on this day. But unfortunately, he did not have a good game here. He went 0 for 5 on the day. Not 0 for 3, 0 for 5 on the day. It was a rough outing for Bryce Harper, to say the least. JT, same thing, 1 for 10. But, that this is going to happen with JT and Bryce. You cannot, and I talked about it before, you cannot expect JT and Bryce to carry this hitting lineup. And what you want to see is, when those two guys have a slow day, you want to see someone like Didi, someone like Alex, someone like Reese step up and have a big game. And we talked about Reese Hoskins needing it to step up and needing to be consistent. And we needing to be that 2017, 2018 Reese Hoskins. And I think we're starting to get that, guys, going forward. This was a rough series for the Phillies. In the first game, that was absolutely embarrassing, losing 11-2. Aaron Nolan not having his best performance in the season, but I definitely think he's going to bounce back. Second game, you lose down to the wire. And then the third game, same thing. You got the win, but it could have came very close. The bullpen at the end of the day did not kill you. We saw Embry get some play. He pitched an inning and 2/3. He looked solid, and you saw the heat. You saw the velocity. We talked about it. This bullpen needs arms that can throw some heat, and he can definitely throw some heat. Tommy Hunter also had a solid inning as well. Brandon Workman got a little worked on again, but you love seeing the fact that he was able to get out of it. And he's playing on a new team, and he's just getting thrusted in the closing position right away. It's going to take some time, but I'm liking what I saw here. And baseball, even though it's not a 162 season, it's still a 60-game season, and you want to win those little battles, and you want to take that momentum going into the next game. And so for the Phillies now, we're going to have a day. We're actually have a day off here today. Today, as you guys can tell, it's all about the Philadelphia Flyers. We're all fired up for tonight. But tomorrow, the Phillies are back in action. Game 1 of a 3-game series against the reigning World Series champions, the Washington Nationals. You guys already know. Bryce going back home to Washington, where he started his career. It's always, for the rest of his career, it's always going to mean something to Bryce. So this to me is a super, super important series. Enough playing around. Enough trying to figure out what this team is. Let's go down into Washington. Let's get a series W. Let's the bullpen step it up. Keep hitting. I believe in, this is all guess, but I believe we'll see Jake Arrieta down in Washington. We'll see Spencer Howard and maybe Vince Velasquez getting to 3 starts. I'm still not sure. I have to double check on that. But this is a huge series, and we need to win the series. I'm done playing around with the Phillies. Let's get a freaking series win. Guys, that's all I got for you today. In the comments below, let's talk about the Phillies. What did you see here in the series against the Atlanta Braves, and what do we need to prove on going forward here for our Phillies? Thank you so much for watching. And guys, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell button for notifications, as well as sharing this video and this channel to help continue the growth of your favorite parcero. And until next time, guys, I'm your boy, El Parcero Philly, and I'm telling you guys to ring that damn bell. Talk to you soon.